Hello, hello, Instagram Live. Hello, Instagram Live. I'm Melissa. This is my husband, Arnaldo, behind me. Welcome to our home. Happy Saturday morning. I hope you're joining us. I hope you're gathering in. Hello. I hope you're gathering in your comfortable home right here. Maybe you're even outside for this morning's practice. But we are so happy to see you. Thanks for joining in. I see friends. Hi, friends. Hello. Welcome. So I did a whole spiel, but we're going to kind of just check in. This is our sort of maiden voyage. Yay, I love you too. Of our Light and Soul classes. We are Light and Soul. Together we, along with our little one and our dog, created Light and Soul Yoga. Really to connect with our community. We are here in Wharton, New Jersey. Instagram Live, we're so happy that you are connecting from your own homes. For these next 3 weekends, on Saturday morning, we'll be offering an all levels 45-minute flow. But starting the first Saturday in June, please join us downtown in Wharton, New Jersey at the Robert Street Park. It is such a lovely space, ample parking, incredible space where we can spread out. Come onto your mat, take your mask off. We'll take collective breaths together to build our community right here in Wharton. And we are so excited that we have partnered with the Wharton United Community Church. It is a beautiful space, and it's like 3 blocks from our own home. And they do incredible things within the community. They offer workshops and classes, but they have a Hope's Table food pantry. And they've been serving, I think, 75 or 100 families throughout this incredibly tough year, but ongoing. And so proceeds from our donation-based classes that are happening starting in June, right? I know, we're so excited about it, will go to support the Wharton United Community Church. We are partnered with them. We may use their space. We may offer some classes through them as well. We will be here on Instagram Live for the next 3 Saturdays at the end of May. We'll be outside starting the first Saturday in May. First Saturday in June. And then, my Light and Soul fans, please look for some virtual offerings. Arnaldo will be teaching, we're hoping, some virtual offerings starting very soon. So please check out and stay connected to the Instagram community. It's on Facebook as well. We'll be sending you emails because he's a marketing genius. I am so grateful for all of your support. And thank you for being here. I hope we're ready to practice. I can't see you, but I'm just going to wave my hands in the air if we're ready to practice. Yeah? So we'll get started. My friends, thank you again for joining. And yes, I'm going to call you friends because when we meet in person, we will get to know each other. And I am so excited for our community to build, especially up here. I love this little area that we settled in, created our home, and building this community with this practice. And sharing this practice has really been just a dream come true, just right now. And so if you're joining us for our practice, you'll settle in a seat. And I will be teaching, and I'll be sort of setting to the corner. Arnaldo will be demonstrating this whole beautiful practice for today. And so you're in a cross-legged seat, but please take a seat that feels the most comfortable for you. So if you need to spread out legs or sit down on something or have a different seat, then you take that. A seat that resonates with you for today. You might close your eyes, you might keep them open. But either way, allow your gaze to be intentional. There's a focus. You'll settle it somewhere. And notice your breath right here. Notice the quality, the softness, the sweetness. Notice if it's steady. Notice if it feels labored in any way. Can you soften the edges just a little bit? Soften the edges. And you might take a deeper breath in right here. You might take a deeper breath in right here. And then a full exhale out. Maybe try that again. Full and deep, perhaps to a count of 3 or 4. Let your exhale empty, slow and steady. If you need a few more breaths like that to ground yourself in, do that. You'll come to a more natural rhythm of breath. No matter where your hands have landed, you'll open them up to receive. So perhaps you flip them up on your lap. Maybe you wiggle your fingers a little bit. Feel a little bit of energy floating into the center of the palms. Today, the theme of this practice is about abundance. We are so grateful that we have come together, both Arnaldo and I, to offer these classes. And whatever we have, we want to share it, right? When you get something and you're able to enjoy and love and grow from something, how beautiful it is that you can share it, And so right here in this offering, palms are up, you'll then land your own personal intention. As I said today, the theme is abundance. How do we move and breathe and create and give abundantly? How do we grow in abundance? And then you can choose to fold your hands, and they'll either connect prayer at the heart, or they could press right into your heart center. Whatever really guides this intention for you directly into your heart. You'll hear me sing the sound of Om. That's how I start and how I end the practice. If it means something for you, join along at home. You can listen to the vibration, let it settle you, let it nourish your intention. Deep breath. And then let your head bow down, honoring your heart, your efforts for showing up, honoring your own intention. And then as you lift your gaze, you'll place your hands somewhere on your legs, perhaps your knees or your thighs. You'll stay in your cross-legged seat, and you'll start to move around in your body. And so your torso will take these big old circles, and you might involve the shoulders with that. You might even involve the head a little bit. Notice if you want to close the eyes and go inside a little bit with this movement. Let it feel rhythmic. Let it feel like it's flowing like a river. You can get the side body involved. You might even go front and back, forward and back here like cat-cows in your seat. Sometimes you may hear these movements called Sufi Circles. And follow your breath. So notice if your breath is getting held in any space or part of your body. Keep moving, keep breathing. And then very slowly you'll start to still your movement. Breathe in, reach the arms up over your head. As you exhale, let your hands drop down to one side and take a lean. Doesn't matter which side, doesn't matter which side. Press down, rise up, and go the other way as you exhale. Nice. Keep moving in this way. So lift arms, drop other hand down, and take your lean. Yeah, maybe you look up to sky here. Keep moving, keep moving. Lift arms up. Follow the breath, exhale. Can you find the length and the stretch in the side body? Go one more time each side. Yeah. Beautiful. On your breath, you'll lift. Last time, follow your breath here. Yeah. Inhale, lift both arms up, and then you'll take a gentle forward fold over your legs. Yeah, and so if you're on something, it may feel a little bit more comfortable to come off of it. And so Arnaldo stretched his arms out and forward. If that works for you, you can do that. You can also rest your elbows on the ground and maybe put your chin on a on your fists. Yeah. Press hips back and down into the ground or whatever it is you're sitting on. Breathe long and abundant through the side bodies. And then as you breathe in, sit yourself back upright. So come back up to sit. And then recross your legs. So cross your legs the other way. And so you might, in between, kind of wriggle out your knees or your ankles a bit if you were feeling kind of stuck there in that seat. And then again, take those Sufi circles or those little rotations here. The spine moves around the pelvis, the legs feel movement within their sockets, and again the head may become involved, the shoulders can kind of get involved. Use your hands on your knees for a little bit of traction that'll hold you steady there. It might even look like some cats and cows. And again, notice if there's any tension in face. Can you soften through your jaw? Soften a bit through the temple skins. And then you'll still your movement as you inhale, swing the arms up over your head. And let's take those side stretches again. Drop one arm down, lean up and over. Yeah, it doesn't matter which arm. You're going to go both ways. Lift up, breathe, reach arms. Exhale, drop the other arm. Yeah, keep reaching, reaching, reaching long. Beautiful. Come up through center. Let the exhale take you to the other side. Notice where you want to shift your gaze here. Nice. Let's do maybe one more time each side. You'll even yourself out. Move as fast and or as slow as you'd like. Fast or slow as you'd like. Yeah. Nice. And then as you inhale, lift both arms up overhead. As you exhale, you'll take your forward folds again. So your body comes over your legs. And as you reach arms forward, hips go back. You might even drop your head here. Beautiful. Breathe in and slowly sit yourself back up. From here, we're coming directly into all fours tabletop. So if you have a mat, you'll face the front edge of your mat. You'll set yourself up center of the mat, spread your fingers well. And just as we did in our seat, you'll take those Sufi circles, meaning move your pelvis, move your spine, barrel roll your chest around. Yeah, that looks great. Right, maybe again you let your head go a little bit. You might swing the hips a bit side to side. You might imagine your spine as a jump rope and get it a little bit like slithery. Yeah. Let the breath move through steadily. Got it. And it could look like traditional cat-cow, right? Up and down, sort of moving through shoulder girdle, upper back, lower back, and pelvis. We'll take another few rounds of breath just like that, wriggling it out. And then let's exhale into a child's pose. And so the knees go wide, the big toes touch. Let your belly drop down. Choose to either reach arms actively forward. You can also tuck the arms back behind you. Another option would be to bring the knees closer together, as Arnaldo just did. And so we'll be taking it in a flow today that I do hope is accessible to all. And when we get in person outside, you'll have both of us there to support you in your practice. If there's any questions, this is a conversation, a dialogue, and how we can best use this practice for our own health and healing and well-being and connection. And so we want to support that for you. And so today we'll be offering ways to modify as well. You'll lift up into all fours again. Once you arrive, step your right toes back behind you. Push into the ball of the foot. Nice. And you might take some rocks forward and back. And so moving a little bit in this plane here to work through the wrists. Press out through the heel. Nice. And then pause your movement so your shoulders are over your wrists. Nice. Lift your right leg off the ground. Hover here, keep the ribs lifted into the body for stability and support. Push down firmly into your hands, to your feet. Come onto the left fingertips. Now make a choice here. You may get a little bit wobbly. See if you can then take your left arm and reach it forward. It'll reach alongside of your ear. And you'll stay here. This will be a static hold. So reach longer through the left ring finger. Kick longer back through your inner right thigh. Keep ribs lifted. Please know at any time you can lower a limb for support. Otherwise, stay here. Give yourself 2 more full breaths. Keep your head in line with your spine here. And then exhale, hand down, knee down. Option to take a child's pose if that feels where you want to go. Right, if that suits you right now. You could also stay in all fours and return to those little spinal movements that we were doing earlier. Full breath in. Nice. Full breath out. And let's try the other side. So back up to all fours. Stabilize here, knees under hips. Touch your left toes back behind you. And then keep foot down so you can now rock forward and back. There's a kick back in the heel and a sliding forward in the chest. Warming up through hands, back of leg. And then pause so you can then lift your left leg up to the sky. Well, not really. It's going to stay hip height. I got a little excited there. See if you can keep your outer hip down, the kneecap down, the toes facing down. And then come up onto the right fingertips. Maybe you stay here, or you might take the arm forward. Right arm reaches long forward, left leg kicks back. Hold, breathe, steady in, steady out. Keep ribs lifted for support, and it's another hold for a few breaths. Notice where the tension is building. Can you soften around it and stay present? Breathe in right here. Use the opposite limbs for support down. And as you exhale, lower hands, lower knees. Nice. Now listen, from here, puppy pose, meaning the hips will stay lifted above the knees, and you'll walk your chest, yeah, it needs a little room. You'll walk your chest forward and outstretch the arms. Now Arnaldo is super flexi-bendy, so he's got his chest on the ground, but you can bring your forehead to the earth. You also don't have to touch anything down to the ground. A block can also support your head here. I call this puppy because it's a dog prep. It's a dog prep. It's also nice to stretch through shoulders, arms. As you breathe in, you'll walk your arms just slightly back. So lift the belly, walk them back. Now, full dog. Perhaps you'll move your hips up and back for your full dog. Downward facing dog. However, all fours is a great way to kind of come off the load bearing of this pose where we were before. You can also maybe stay in your puppy pose if that feels better for you. Listen, you might not take Sufi circles in this shape, but can you bring movement to your dog that allows you to find your stability? And so maybe it's some work through your hands to press into the fingertips and the inner borders and outer borders of your palm. You might swivel your hips a bit side to side or the heels a bit to find length in the side body. And then you'll allow your breath to get steady. Steady in, steady breath out. Roll forward, plank pose. You may have to shift a bit if you're, yeah, there you go. Hold on to your plank. This is the top of the push-up, but you know that you can always soften a knee down for support. Please take support as you need it. A deep breath in. And now let's lower down onto the mat. Drop the knees if you need support getting there. Bring yourself all the way down. Flatten out here and point through the toes. Hands stay right by the side of the body. Pull the elbows in. Lift the heart. Cobra as you inhale. Baby back bend. Notice if you're holding any tension in the neck here. You might look to the right or look to the left. You don't have to, but well, notice if you can do that. As you exhale, lower down. Press up to all fours and return to puppy pose. We'll stretch out forward. Yeah, really nice. Oh, that shape is great. And then as you breathe in, lift back to all fours. Make a choice if you'd like to get back to downward facing dog. Okay? Yeah. Stay in your dog. Breathe in. Pick up your right leg. Nice. Kick back with the right heel. As you exhale, lower the foot down. Yeah. Let's try the other leg. You can always do this in all fours with the opposite knee down. So please know that you can always find support, my friends out there. Beautiful. Lower your foot, stable in dog, and then look forward. Let's take our feet to our hands. And so you'll take a little walk to bring your feet forward. You can also meet somewhere in the middle, hang down, upper body over your lower body. You might separate your feet here. That may give you a little bit of support and space. Even a bend in your knees can help support this. Notice if you want to grab your elbows and do a little swing or sway, right? This flowy practice today is about finding movement in your body that feels good, that creates space. Upper body can swing, lower body can swing, head can move. And then you'll let that go so you can lift up to stand. Any way up, either a roll up or a flat back. Lift arms up as you arrive. You might even look up and see your thumbs up there and gather all that abundance right back into your heart. So prayer to your heart, an equal standing pose. And give yourself a round of breath right here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, take your fold over your legs. Yes, soften knees. That's delicious as you fold down. Look forward, breathe in here. And then we'll return to plank pose. And so you can always get there with a dropped knee first. So Arnaldo stepped directly back, but you can always step to all fours, organize your shape, and then kick the heels back as you lift the knees. Breathe in here. Again, lower down onto the mat. Now my vinyasa junkies, this could look like a chaturanga for you. You'll lift your heart, cobra. Upward dog is always an option. Return to downward facing dog, which could always be in all fours, tabletop. Let's move here. Pick up your right leg. You can stay in all fours. As you exhale, let's step to the outside of your right hand. You might need to help support that foot, as Arnaldo did. You grab the ankle. Keep hands to the inside, and I might suggest blocks on the inside. And so we didn't say that earlier, which, man, now I feel bad I didn't. If you have blocks or big old books you want to put your hands on, that's always a really great support here. Stay in this shape. Feel the left heel kick back, the right heel press down as the knee draws in. And then there's this opposite energy, right? Right shin forward, left heel back. Breathe in here. Last breath, exhale. Again, you might take the blocks back as you now work to straighten your front leg. And so one block or two, the hands can stay on the inside. You might even come up to high fingertips. Sometimes if you have a water bottle, that helps as well. You're in a sort of a wide and long variation of a pyramid pose. Breathe in here, fill the chest. And then as you exhale, maybe dive down and fold. Feel what you feel here. Yeah, nice. Good. As you breathe in, lift the arms, lift the chest. And now let's walk to turn to face the wide side of your mat. So the blocks can come with you. You'll turn your right toes in. You're going to face the wide side of your mat. You're in a wide straddle. Fold again as you exhale. And now, you might take an option where your upper body comes into like a down dog shape, meaning you'll walk your torso forward. It's optional. You might even need blocks there. Arnaldo's hands really reach perfectly to the ground, but you might need some support. If that feels funky to you, you might even walk your hands back, maybe even soften your knees a bit. Beautiful. As you breathe in, lift your chest. If you were in this outstretched pose, walk the hands back. Come on the fingertips. Look slightly ahead. Drive the energy down into the feet and lift your chest. Come all the way up to stand. Nice and slow. The arms reach over your head and take like a star position. So go wide with the arms, lift the chest, smile brightly to the sky. And as you exhale, take the arms wide like a T. Shift your right toes forward for warrior two. So you may need to do a little shape shifting in the legs to get there. Widen through the right knee, gaze over right fingers. Beautiful. Stay here, plant firm through your legs. Flip your right palm, go up and back for your peaceful warrior. Right arm reaches up as your left fingers touch down the back of the left leg. As you exhale, bring your right forearm to touch the top of your right thigh. Left arm can go straight up. It can also swing over your head and reach for top of mat. This is an extended angle pose. Feel into your legs, and can you energize front foot as much as back foot? You might grab a block for this transition into triangle. You'll work the right leg towards straight. The block would come either to inside or outside back of leg. And then again, right arm down, left arm goes up. Trikonasana, the right leg works towards straight. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Stay here for another round of breath. Can you feel this line of energy moving through the sides of the waist and up and down and side to side with the legs? Breathe in. And then as you exhale, look down. Soften your knees so you can deliver your left hand down. Turn onto the ball of your back foot. Come into a lunge. Keep the hands to the inside of your foot and then swish your right foot a little bit out to the right. I'd say like a little heel toe out. Lower the left knee down. There you go. Nice. Stay here, this little dropped knee low lunge. You can go as low as you'd like. Bend elbows, bring forearms to the ground. Maybe use a block for the support there. Another breath in. Exhale out. Lift your chest, breathe. Deliver the left hand to the ground. And twist. Turn your body towards your right leg. Right arm goes up. Yeah. Just as you exhale, lower the hand down. Listen, this transition may get a little funky, but you'll shift your hips slightly back, walk the hands back, take your right leg, kick it back behind you for a all four. There it is, lift the leg up, right leg lifts up. And so we're back to where we started. We're back in all fours table with your right leg kicked back behind you. Option again to throw the left arm forward. So opposite arm, opposite leg. There it is, another breath in. Exhale, hand down, knee down, downward facing dog, or 3 breaths in child's pose. Your choice. Your choice. Give yourself a full breath in so we can prepare as we exhale to settle in for the second side. Breathe in. And breathe out. From dog or all fours, pick up your right leg. Oh, sorry, that's a lie. Yep, it's your left leg. Let's go other side. And then step it wide to the left pinky finger. And like Ronaldo, help it up there. Hands stay to the inside. You're in a sort of a wide lunge here. You can always bring knee down if you need, as we were, we'll do that later. We stay energized on the fingertips. You can also use blocks. Breathe in here. As you exhale, shift your hips back as you work your right leg towards straight. Stay grounded on the inner border of your left foot. Sitting bones press back. Empty the belly, the chest down and forward as you exhale for a deeper stretch. Nice. Beautiful. As you breathe in, look forward. And then, again, let's walk to the wide edge of your mat. And so blocks can come with you. You'll shift your left toes in, and you'll take it down in a fold. Yeah. Forward fold. Wide legs here. Wide legs here. Any options with the body, the arms. You can always walk the arms and the chest forward again, as we did on the first round. You might not want to do that. Maybe you grab your big toes. You might even bend your knees a bit side to side. And then slowly walk the hands back towards your feet so you can lift your chest, come up halfway. Stabilize yourself here. Eyes are lifted, gaze is lifted, and then press down to rise all the way up. Arms go up overhead, and then again open the arms wide like a star. Take in all that beautiful energy, light and air and sunshine. If you're outside, exhale, arms wide to a T. Shift the left toes forward. Warrior 2. So you're on the other side for this stable shape here. Left knee deeply bends. Flip your left palm up. You'll lift left arm to the ceiling as the right arm goes down the back leg for your peaceful warrior. Oh, that's beautiful. And then let the left forearm drift to the left thigh. Land it. Right arm can go straight up or over your head to reach towards the front edge of your mat. Steady in your feet, right? As much energy down in the back leg as you're sinking and settling into your front heel. Breathe in. And empty out. You might use a block here for this transition. It's triangle pose. And so your left leg presses into the ground to work towards straight. And the right arm can lift to the ceiling, but you can also keep right arm landed on your hip. That may support any funky shoulder stuff happening. Another breath right here. Exhale, empty. And then look down. Deliver your right hand to the earth. Pick up the back heel so you can now bring the back knee down to the ground. Right knee lowers. Go wider in your left foot. And so go wider, 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 and settle here. So it's another variation of a descending lunge. Now we have the back knee down, and as Arnaldo is doing, you might go a little lower. You might take elbows down or arms to blocks. Breathe in. And breathe out. Go one more breath right here. Let's transition to a twist. And so right hand stays on the earth. Turn your body towards your left thigh. And maybe pick up your left arm. You can certainly look up if you'd like. Notice if there's any tension in the shoulder and make another choice if you need to with that top arm. Yeah, breathe in here. And as you exhale, return the hand to the ground. Now here's that transition again. You'll shift the hips slightly back so you can now return your left leg back. Kick it back off of the earth. Come back to the all fours with the leg back. Maybe right arm extends forward. Last little balance, stability here. As you exhale, hand down, knee down, down dog, and breathe. Now, my vinyasa junkies, you know you can always take a vinyasa here. So that looks like a plank pose. Your choice to lower chaturanga or down to your belly, as Arnaldo is doing. You'll lift your chest up for a cobra or an up dog, and then we'll move it on back through down dog. Yeah, it's 9:05. We good? We're going to try it one more time. You ready? Right leg lifts, inhale. Step wide to the right pinky finger. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, straighten through your front right leg. So moving through, same shapes. Can we move on our breath? You got it, really nice. Walk the body towards the left side of your mat. Turn your right toes in. Take a fold here for a moment. Nice. Good. As you inhale, lift your chest. We're going to add one more thing here. Can you turn your heels in and toes out? Heels in, toes out. So the other way. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. Rise on up. Come into a wide squat. Sometimes we'll call it goddess or a temple pose. Arms can reach up here. Nice. And then bring your hands to prayer or to your hips and get a little movement. You might shift a bit side to side. You might dig down into the hips a bit, kind of reminiscent of the movement we did earlier. And then star pose again. Straighten the arms up overhead, straighten the legs, look up here. Exhale, warrior two, front of the mat. Turn the right toes forward as you bend the front knee. Flip your palm, peaceful, warrior here. Exhale, forearm to the top of the thigh. Beautiful. That's your extended angle pose. Breath for triangle. As you inhale, straighten the leg. Hand comes down to block or floor. And then look down. Deliver your hand to the earth. Come into low lunge, but widen your right knee. Drop the back knee down. Keep the left hand on the ground. Turn your body to the right. Take a twist here. Breathe in. Maybe look up. Exhale, hand comes to the earth. Again, as you shift the hips back, kick the right leg back. Woo. Downward facing dog. Touch the toes down. Return both hands, both feet to the earth. Last time, second side. Stay with your practice. Left leg lifts. Breathe in. Step left foot wide to your left pinky finger. Pause here, look forward. Exhale, you'll press and work your left leg towards straight. And so the hips press back. You got it. Turn your body now wide to the right. You'll swivel the toes in and you'll fold. But then remember we added a little goddess pose. So lift the chest. You might hear, yeah, swivel heels in, toes out. And then Lift your torso so you're upright. Hands can come wherever they want to land. Maybe your thighs or your knees, or maybe in prayer. And then you start to move your body just a bit side to side. Find that wave of motion through your body. Pause your movement. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch in the legs. Reach up. Look up. Open the arms wide to a T. Turn your left toes forward. Settle for your warrior two. Flip your left palm up. You'll take it back for peaceful. And then take forearm to the top of your left thigh. Move into your extended angle pose. Breathe in here. Straighten your left leg. Left hand down, right arm either on hip or up for triangle. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Look down and return your right hand to the earth. Return to lunge. Bend the front knee and swivel to the ball of your back foot. Drop the back knee down. You got it. Turn your body to the left. You take a twist here. Left arm goes high. Beautiful. As you exhale, lower the hand down. And here's that last funky transition. Hips go back. Woo, that was it. Nice. Kick your left leg back. Lower the knee down. Let's take a child's pose. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And so if child's really isn't suiting you at this moment, you can sit upright. You can stay up in a seat. And let's return to all fours and then downward facing dog. Let's this time walk the hands back to the feet. Or meet somewhere in the middle, right? You can also bring feet to hands. And maybe you might turn forward to face front for this next section. You'll go a little wider in your feet. And then again, we'll sink into a squat. You might use a block. Now Arnaldo's gonna go all the way down, and I'm gonna come just like halfway. Right, so there's many options to take this. It's just a little bit more narrow than our last squat. So he's in this garland pose or malasana. He's really low to the ground. I'm up a little higher. So make a choice. I've also propped up my hands on my thighs for some support. And that kind of feels nice. Good, we're gonna get one more energetic push down into our legs so we can rise to stand. So here we go, press down, rise up, the arms go overhead. And then as you walk your feet together, bring your hands back to prayer. Nice. One final little standing balance here. Shift your weight to one leg. Doesn't matter which. Shift your weight and pick up your opposite knee. Draw it in and hold on. Open that knee wide, and then we'll plant our tree here. And so perhaps we go really low. We land on the shin bone or the ankle bone. Notice what it feels like to find balance here. You might even use a chair or support. Take your arms overhead if that's what's suiting you or calling you for today. If it resonates to do that, take that. If not, maybe stabilize with hands at heart. And then I would love for you to find just a little bit of movement in your upper body. So if you're here, maybe move side to side a bit. You might try to wave your branches just a bit. Notice the instability, and that's okay. Nice. As you exhale, hands return to the heart. Let's close the gate of your open leg and step down. Land your 2 feet on the ground and breathe. Steady in, steady out. Shift your weight to the opposite leg. Whoop. And then pick up your opposite knee. Yeah, hold it in, give it a little squeeze there. You might even roll out through the ankles or flare the toes. And then, again, it goes wide. And then plant your tree. Sole of the foot lands to the inside of the ankle or shin bone. Could always come up to the thigh. Once you have grounded your bottom heel, back plane of the body, then you might float the arms. Then you might get a little wavy here. You might feel what it feels like to stay super grounded and rooted, but fluid. So there's stability within this fluidity. Another breath in. As you exhale, lower the hands, they come to prayer. Turn the gate of your open leg in and then step foot down. Beautiful. As you inhale, reach up, look up. As you exhale, take your forward fold. Nice. You might turn forward here. Nice. You'll plant your palms down, and you'll either step into all fours or take one final downward facing dog. Yeah, breathe in. Yep, and breathe out. Let's touch the knees down to the ground and return to a seated position. You can crisscross your legs. You can go wide if you need. Coming back to where we started, you'll again reach the arms up over your head. Let's take a side lean, whatever side, you'll take your lean here. Nice. Beautiful. Now this time as you inhale, sit up and turn your body to that same side for a twist. Yeah. The arms wrap around. Let them land where they land. Maybe one knee, maybe behind you. Kind of wriggle yourself around here. And then let's unravel ourselves. Let the arms lift overhead as you look forward. And then lower the hands down. And then again, switch the crossing of your legs. You got it. Yeah, you might need to soften your knees. Breathe in, reach up, and take your side lean in the opposite direction. Lower the hand, breathe in. If you created more space, can you soften a bit more? As you breathe in, you'll sit up, but then turn your body in that same direction. Yeah, so take a turn or a twist to the other way. As you inhale, unravel yourself. The arms lift up one final time. And then as the arms come down, you'll undo the crossing of your legs, but bring the bottoms of your feet together. And then take your feet slightly wider away from your pelvis. So there's a lot of space between your heels and your hips. Breathe in here. And then either round down or take a fold here. You'll empty out. You can always use props under your head. Maybe there's movement as you wriggle your body. And so this moment of softening in, of bowing down, a moment of surrender. Perhaps what comes up is a moment of gratitude for what we do have, what we have every day, what we use. So when we recognize it and we are grateful for it, we can then share it. Another breath. Then you'll slowly sit yourself up. And then you'll make a choice here. So we're coming into a moment of final rest. You can stay seated in a seated meditation or a comfortable position on your seat, or bring yourself down on your back. You might take movement here if you need, so you can always hug the knees in and rock and roll just a little bit side to side. And we'll come into our final rest, Shavasana. And as we're resting here, I love, love, love to share a final mantra. It's a way that we recognize the loving kindness that we have, that we share every day. And it's a way to send it out, a way to me to bring it to all beings. A deeper breath in right here. And allow for the exhale to be sweet and steady. You might find a connection of your hands onto your body. Maybe you touch hand to navel center, hand to heart. Start to feel into your hands, your arms, your legs, your feet. Maybe shake your head a bit side to side. Pull your knees in and touch your feet down. And make a choice on how you want to sit back upright. You can roll to one side or press yourself forward and up. Back to where we started, and you'll hear this mantra one more time. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Allow your hands to fold together. Whatever way guides this intention directly into your heart. You'll hear the sound of Om one last time. May you always share what it is that you have. May you act with loving kindness to all beings. Divine light in me bows to and honors the divine light in each and every one of you. My friends, namaste. Namaste.